Remnants of Debby causing a number of issues across the region this afternoon. Widespread flooding, trees down in several areas, and the rain continues to fall. Welcome to WTAJ News at Noon. I'm Dan Berman. WTAJ is your weather authority, bringing you team coverage from across the region. We'll get a look at your latest forecast in just a moment. But first, our John Drager is in Bedford County with a look at cleanup efforts now underway. John.
Well, Dan, taking a look, you just managed to see that Bedford County has going through a little bit of flooding and a little bit of tree damage down along some roads. And I want to take you out to Horseman Branch Road. Just out in Monroe Township, a tree fell down right in front of a resident's house, taking down some power lines as well. Now, talking with the resident earlier today, he mentioned that his telephone lines were not working, but all other power sources and the internet was able to stay on. The township, he did contact his local authorities earlier this morning at around 7 o'clock, and the township is hoping that a local logger right down the road on Black Valley Road can come in and do some cleanup right in front of his house. No live wires, they are insulated, but we do not recommend that you touch those wires. Try to stay as far away from wires and water at the same time. Now, taking a look, we're going to have more coverage from Bedford County and the effects that Tropical Storm Debby has had, including interviews with fire departments and a bunch more coming up later tonight. Dan?
John, thank you. Our northern counties also seeing a significant amount of flooding. Keegan Robbie is in Clearfield County, where emergency crews have shut down a number of roadways. Keegan.
Yeah, Dan, so I'm right here on 12th Street looking up at Woodland Ave, and they have a bunch of different flooding here earlier today. It's kind of cleared up now, a little bit sunny in Clearfield, and we're joined by one of the residents, Anthony, and he's going to come and tell us a little bit about what happened here on the road. So, Anthony, just kind of tell me, what did you see this morning? There was a bunch of flooding coming down. And
well, this section of Clearfield Borough got flooded again, and this is the third time. It happened in 2016, it happened in 2021, and it happened today. In 2014, Clearfield Borough did a repair to the storm culvert, Stinky Run storm culvert, and the repair was done flawed and created a bottleneck here at East 12th and Daisy Street. There's two pipes in the ground. Instead of the culvert being repaired properly to its original condition, two pipes were set into the stream, separated by 3 feet, and a head wall was put around both the upper and the lower portion. That head wall created a dam and a bottleneck when heavy rains and water flows coming up down from Woodland Road hits that head wall here at the intersection. Water backs up, and of course it causes backing up all the way up to the upper part of the Stinky Run storm system, and it causes the flooding.
Yeah, so it started heavy raining earlier here today, and it's kind of cleared up. What time did you kind of see it start to clear up?
About an hour ago.
About an hour ago is when it cleared up, because I was here shortly after 9, and I left maybe a little after 10. But what I want to point out is below me, or behind me, is a manhole cover that's vented. There was no water coming up out of that manhole, but the manhole up on the upper part of this repair, water was shooting up out of it and blew the manhole off its seat, meaning that the water was backing up at this head wall all the way up to Woodland Road, and that started a chain reaction and flooding up above.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. And there's a lot more flooding in Clearfield, so I'm going to look around and we'll have more coverage later today on what happened with the storms earlier this morning. But for now, we'll send it back to you, Dan.
Keegan, thank you. PennDOT is also closing a portion of Route 555 in Elk County due to flooding. This is from the intersection with Tor 255 in Jay Township to the intersection of Rock Hill Road in Benezet Township. We're told it's expected to remain closed until at least 3 p.m. depending on the rainfall. And similarly, in Center County, Chestnut Grove Road is closed between Bald Eagle Valley Road in Union Township and Snowshoe Road in Boggs Township. The closure is expected to be in place until at least 5 o'clock tonight.